A fire that was started in the wee hours of yesterday morning destroyed the St. Patrick's Anglican Church, a landmark in Rose Hall, East Kanji. More details in this report. Without any concern of the significance and the value that a building has to a community, fires have destroyed many landmarks and houses since the inception of time. Yesterday, November 17, 2022, was a somber day for the Anglican diocese and the Kanji community, as a fire suspected to be deliberate in nature gutted the St. Patrick's Anglican Church located in Rose Hall, East Kanji. The edifice of the church is mostly a wooden structure, with the front wall being made of concrete. The fire chief of B Division, Officer Clive MacDonald, divulged these details to media representatives on Thursday morning.
About 04:30 hours this morning, we received a call at our operations room about a fire at the St. Patrick's Anglican Church. Immediately, 2 tenders dispatched. On arrival, the crew made an assessment. The building was completely engulfed in flames. Immediately, they went into action to suppress and stop the spread of fire. Water was sourced just right nearby.
Additionally, Commander MacDonald said,
"It is our belief that fire, based upon my experience and my knowledge in firefighting, that fire was in the building a pretty long time. The fire load is not much, but taking to note that the structure is an old structure, a historical structure. So once a fire started in there, it will spread, and it will spread rapidly because of it's been compromised because the building is old. But however, it's sad to note that we have lost an historical building in this Region 6.
When questioned about the initial investigations, Officer MacDonald related these details.
We found the origin, and thus far our preliminary investigation are showing deliberate.
The priest of the church, Father Ezra Minty, related to media operatives that the building was closed for over a year and the church was supposed to see rehabilitation works starting soon. However, he had this to say about the destruction of the church building.
Yes, it is a sad situation, and I think a sad day for the Kanji area, knowing fully well that the church represented an historical aspect of that area, and persons I know from time to time will ask me or talk to me about the significance of that church being there. And to know that this was not electrical, because there's no electricity to the building.
Father Minty shared these details about the structure of the building.
The building, not the present structure there, however, the church is over 180 years, and over the time the structure would have been renovated and repaired. Up until recently, 7 years back, you had the concrete structure to the front and the 2 sides. Not too much of valuable, but however we had certain church items in there, including the font. You had a tank, and of course washroom and so on facilities in there, the pews, and of course the altar area.
When questioned about the plans to rebuild the church, Father Minty said,
"I was in contact with the bishop this morning, Bishop Charles Davidson, the head of the Anglican diocese, and he is presently now in a meeting, and we will talk sometime later down in the week, probably tomorrow or Saturday, to see the way forward. However, definitely we would like to replace a building there. In terms of how we will do that, I cannot say at the moment because I know funds are limited. However, due to the historical nature of the building, I'm hoping that as a priest we can gather some funds from probably fundraisers, donors, or whatever, to just to replace the building so that person can have a place of worship, the Anglicans within that area.
For many Anglicans in Kanji and its environs, and even nationally and internationally, this is indeed heart-throbbing news. Mr. Monroe shared some of the memories that he had at the St. Patrick's Anglican Church.
The only church that I've joined. I've been an Anglican member since I was a little boy in diapers, and I never ceased being a member of the Anglican Church. This church is over 120 years, right? And in its origin, it was under the Booker's management. Our Booker's used to be the leading company in the coastline, right? And we used to be supported by the company. As a young man working in the factory, we would come over here and do minor repairs, change bulbs, and these kind of repair. One of the things that is outstanding to me is that above you, there used to be a belfry tower, right? And sometimes when you want to play truant, you would go up in that tower until school is over. But apart from that, it helps you decide, the way how you approach things, and the discipline, the respect that you would have had for your elders. Those are some of the things then that I remember most.
Another parishioner revealed more information about the church.
It was originally constructed as a big wooden building with a capacity of about 400 in 1836. It was then classed as a unimical worship hall. And since there were not so many denominations and such a large variety of churches in the area, it was easy to come near to capacity. Then it was a time of worship. But as time went on, the community dwindled, the management changed, because originally it was managed by the English, who used to be running the estate also. There was after being constructed in 1836, it was in 1936 that they put up the belfry tower. It was very comfortable coming here on Sunday morning. It was vibrant because you got the chance to meet with people who are older than you. The majority of the congregation here up to this point in time would have been pensioners.
He is hoping for the church to be rebuilt soon.
Since the congregation now would be a maximum of 40 as opposed to the 400 it was built for, that we could have some sort of structure speedily put back up here, particularly for the benefit of the older folks who, unlike me, know nothing about going to any other church. And that is my wish. I'm saddened by what has happened here.
Another member, Miss Carmen Edwards, shared similar sentiments with the other members.
I got the news at 5 o'clock this morning. I couldn't go back to sleep. It was shocking to know that somebody, and then they're saying that it was a junkie that was seen running out from the compound. I don't know who is the person. Only God knows who is the person. But this thing has been, we had this encounter with people already. People were stealing from us since before we even closed the church.
The woman is appealing for all to make a collective effort to assist in rebuilding the church.
Church since I was a little girl with my mom, who was now deceased. And I keep going all the time, and now I'm 70. So, since all those years.
So what are some memorable moments that you shared at the church?
Oh, lovely moments. Sometimes we used to get concerts. Christmas time, we normally have Christmas concerts. We have band concerts. But now, you know, a lot of people move away from the church. Some migrated, some pass on. But the church is still there and it's a landmark for us. So we need to get our church back. It's sad that it had to happen this way because we were already planning to start some repairs on the church with Reverend Minty. And now this happened. But I'm appealing to people out there, members, the community, those people who attended that church since they were little children. You have a lot of people that migrated and are out there and have family members that is buried in the churchyard. Even unto our sister churches around the country, we were asking and appealing to them to help us get our church back together.
Investigations are ongoing by both the Guyana Police Force and the Guyana Fire Service to ascertain the relevant information about the cause of the fire that destroyed the church. Narima Ali, Channel 8 News.